Before the sun was awake, Leo was. The little ginger cat lived in a part of the city where the buildings were old and tired. The streets were often grey and quiet in the early morning light, but Leo had a fire inside him that was brighter than any sunrise. He would stretch his small paws and yawn a big yawn. Then he would hop down from his worn, comfy blanket on the sofa. His home was simple. It was filled with love, but not much else. He knew his family worked very hard, and he wanted to work hard too. His future was a little seed, and he watered it every single day with his effort. His mother would have a small bowl of food ready for him. It was never a lot, but it was always given with a gentle nudge and a soft purr. "Eat up, my little scholar," she would whisper. After his small breakfast, Leo would begin his important routine. He would carefully put on his tiny blue backpack. It was a bit frayed at the edges, a hand-me-down from an older cousin, but he loved it. Inside, he kept his pencil, his notebook, and a single shiny apple for his lunch. He would look at his reflection in a small cracked mirror and straighten his whiskers with a serious expression. He was ready for the day. He was ready to learn. Walking to school was his favorite part of the morning. The air was cool and fresh. He walked with a purpose, his tail held high like a proud flag. He passed by sleepy windows and closed doors, his little paws making a soft, rhythmic pat, pat, pat on the sidewalk. Some days, a friendly dog would wag its tail as he passed. Other days, a flock of pigeons would flutter into the air, startled by his focused march. He wasn't just walking to school, he was walking toward a better tomorrow. He imagined a future where his parents wouldn't have to worry so much, a place full of light and opportunity. This daily journey was a promise he made to himself and his family. He saw the tired look in his father's eyes after a long day of work. He felt the warmth of his mother's hug, a hug that held so much hope for him. So, with every step, Leo strengthened his resolve. The neighborhood might have been poor, but it was rich in his dreams. He was not just a small ginger cat. He was a builder, and he was building his future one poor step at a time, with courage and a heart full of determination. He believed in the power of a good education and the difference it could make for everyone he loved. The school was a cheerful, noisy place. It was a building full of hope, where animals of all kinds came to learn. There was a beaver who was excellent at math and a young owl who knew all about history. The classroom buzzed with the sound of pencils scratching on paper and the gentle voice of their teacher, a wise old bear named Mr. Barnaby. Leo found his desk near the front. It was a simple wooden desk, just his size. He would carefully take out his notebook and his pencil, placing them neatly in front of him. He was always ready to listen, always ready to absorb every word. Leo was a very good student. He sat up straight, his green eyes fixed on the blackboard. When Mr. Barnaby asked a question, Leo's paw would often shoot up into the air. He wasn't afraid to try, even if he didn't know the answer for sure. He loved reading the most. The stories in the books took him to faraway lands and taught him about a world bigger than his own small neighborhood. He would trace the words with his claw, sounding them out softly under his breath. The other students saw his effort. They were inspired by his dedication. He made everyone want to try a little harder. During group projects, Leo was a wonderful partner. He listened to the ideas of the rabbit next to him and shared his own thoughts with the quiet squirrel across the table. He believed that they could all learn from each other. The classroom was a community, a little family of learners. They helped each other with difficult problems and celebrated when one of them succeeded. It was a safe space where trying was more important than being perfect. The walls were covered with colorful drawings and gold stars, each one a testament to their hard work and their shared journey of discovery. Mr. Barnaby often looked at Leo with a proud smile. He saw the bright spark in the little cat's eyes. He knew that this student had a special kind of drive. "Keep that fire burning, Leo," the teacher would say, patting his head gently. "It will light your way." Leo took those words to heart. He held them close, like a precious treasure. The school was more than just a building with desks and books. It was a garden where dreams were planted, and with the right care and attention, Leo knew his own dream would grow tall and strong, reaching for the sun. When school was over, Leo's work was not done. He would walk home, his little backpack now full of homework and books. The sun would be setting, casting long orange shadows on the familiar streets of his neighborhood. He would say hello to his neighbors and give a quick wave to the friends playing in the street. but he would not stop to play. He knew he had important work to do. His day was a circle of effort that began before sunrise and ended long after sunset. His small apartment was waiting for him, a quiet haven where he could continue his quest for knowledge. Inside, the smell of a simple dinner would fill the air. His father would be home, resting in his favorite chair. His mother would be in the kitchen, humming a soft tune. After eating with his family and sharing stories about his day, Leo would go to his corner. It was a small space, but it was all his. He had a little wooden crate that he used as a desk. On top sat a single old lamp that cast a warm yellow circle of light. This light pushed back the darkness. It was his beacon, his personal spotlight for studying and dreaming about what was to come. In the quiet of the evening, Leo would open his books. The rest of the city might be settling down to sleep, but his mind was wide awake. He would carefully write his essays, his brow furrowed in concentration. He would solve math problems, tapping his pencil against his chin as he thought. Sometimes a problem was very hard. He would get frustrated and want to give up. But then he would look at his sleeping parents, and he would remember why he was doing this. He was doing it for them. He was doing it for their future and for his own. His dedication was a silent promise. His mother would often tiptoe over to his corner and place a small cup of warm milk beside him. She wouldn't say a word, but her smile said everything. It said, "We are so proud of you. We believe in you." This quiet support was the fuel that kept his lamp of hope burning bright. Night after night, in that small cozy corner, under the glow of a single lamp, Leo built his knowledge brick by brick. He was not just doing homework. He was laying the foundation for a life he had only dared to imagine. The years passed like turning pages in a book. Leo grew from a small kitten into a strong young cat. The day of his graduation finally arrived. It was a bright sunny afternoon, full of excitement and happy tears. Leo stood among his classmates, wearing a dark blue graduation cap and gown. His cap was slightly crooked and his tassel swung back and forth as he looked for his family in the crowd. He felt a mix of pride, joy, and a little bit of sadness that this part of his journey was over. He had worked so hard for this moment, for this piece of paper that meant so much. Then, he saw them. His parents were standing near the back, looking prouder than he had ever seen them. They were not wearing fancy clothes. His father wore his best worn-out jacket, and his mother wore a simple, clean dress she had saved for special occasions. They did not have expensive cameras or big bouquets of flowers, but their faces shone with a light that was brighter than any camera flash. When Leo's name was called, his father stood up and clapped louder than anyone. His mother wiped a happy tear from her eye with a small handkerchief. Their love was his greatest reward. After the ceremony, they hugged him tightly. "We knew you could do it," his father said, his voice thick with emotion. "You are our hope, Leo," his mother whispered, holding his paw. In that moment, all the late nights of studying, all the early morning walks, and all the sacrifices felt worth it. He had done it. He had climbed the mountain. The diploma he held in his paws was not just for him, it was for them. It represented their shared dream, their collective effort, and their unwavering belief in the power of a better future for their family. Today the date is June 15th, 2025. Leo no longer lives in the old, tired part of the city. He works in a bright, modern office with big windows that overlook a bustling downtown. He wears a crisp white shirt and a smart blue tie. He has his own desk, a comfortable chair, and a computer. He is successful, but he never forgets where he came from. He never forgets the little cat with the blue backpack and the determined expression. He is living proof that with hard work, family support, and a heart full of hope, any dream, no matter how humble its beginning, can come true.